let's move on to the predictions. Starting on Thursday with a game that only Phil's going to be end up watching. It's Hull KR versus Leeds, and a repeat of a game we've just seen. Phil, how's this one going to go?
I think it'll be closer than the cup tie. There's some fresh blood coming into the Rovers squad. Tony Smith has said, including a youngster called Will Tate, who's got some great raps over in the club. I think Jimmy Kinehorse may even play against his old club. So I think that there will be a reaction. Tony Smith prides himself on that, and his teams tend to have some kind of a response when they haven't lived up to their potential. But I think there's something about Leeds at the moment. There's a grittiness about them, and they can see prizes in both of the competitions. Semi-finally. They know they need to play well. The bulk of the squad is fit. There's some selection choices which every coach will tell you that they want. So I think Leeds will win, but not by the same margin that they did this week.
Yeah, I think with injuries to Ethan Ryan and Will Dagger, they just keep mounting up for Hull KR. I can't see anything but a Leeds win by, I'd say, 14.
Yeah, I'm going to go Leeds again. I'll go Leeds by 8 again, just for the want of balance. I'm going to enjoy this on Thursday because you've got 5 teams going over the M62 from Yorkshire to Warrington, so avoid the M62 as ever. That Hull KR versus Leeds game is followed by Hull FC versus Salford, John.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think Hull FC would be looking to right some wrongs from the weekend, but Salford. I think it's just there's something about them when they're on song, and they do seem to be building at the moment. I think Salford by 8.
I think Salford will take a lot from the manner of their performance against Catalans, the way they hung in there. And this is, I think, the start of building up to that semi-final, which is the following week. I just don't know where Hull are at the moment. As you say, some talented players, but a serious ingredient is missing. Whether that's team spirit, togetherness, I'm really not sure. I'm going to go Salford by 8.
Hull are wonderfully unpredictable, aren't they? But Salford, off the back of that win last week, go for them by 10, and that's followed by an All West Yorkshire class as Castleford take on Huddersfield. Darryl Powell versus Luke Robinson, 2 different eras of halfbacks. Phil, who's going to be on top in this one?
I think this is a really good test for Luke Robinson. And as we said earlier in the programme, beating Wakefield at the moment probably doesn't give you an indication of where you are as a team. So he'll want this test. Castleford had a week off, coming back from a very disappointing cup loss. Their season's on the line in many respects. Darryl's been talking them up, saying we're a top 4 team. Well, they've got to beat Huddersfield to prove that they are. I just think there is a bounce factor with Luke Robinson. Michael Lawrence coming out saying, I think I'm going to go for Huddersfield by 4.
Yeah, I think it's quite tough because Castleford have just had no luck. It seems since the end of lockdown, they've been quite competitive in a few games, but not managing to get the job done. But I'm gonna stick with them and think that the penny will drop and Castleford by 4.
Yeah, despite Cass having the week off, I'll go with Huddersfield as well in that one. Huddersfield by 2. Then we move on to Friday. 2 games on Friday night. Warrington at home to Catalans, John, first of all.
Yeah, I've really been impressed by Warrington the last, probably, 6 weeks or so. The new rules seem to suit them. They're playing less structured. They've got players like Mike Cooper and Austin who are just in really, really good form. The squad depth is paying off as well. And Catalans, they were looking good a couple of weeks ago, and then they've sort of had that long break and lost really any momentum, it seems. So I think Warrington by 12.
Come on, Phil, here's your opportunity to upset the Warrington fans again.
He hates them.
Yeah, no, I do think Warrington have hit a groove whereby clearly they are the best team in the competition at the moment, and Catalan having to travel back over here again with the disappointment of being knocked out of a competition that I think they felt they had a very good chance of winning for the second time in 3 years. I think that will have an impact, and there is a real confidence flowing through Warrington and competition for places, and that is going to be key in this season of all seasons. So yeah, I'm going Warrington by 4, despite clearly never ever giving them any credit.
Of course, I think it was very difficult last week against St Helens, and as we said in the preview, it was difficult not to want to go for Warrington because of how well they've played. This week it's easier. Warrington by 6, and the weekend ends over here at least with Wigan versus Wakefield. Phil.
Yeah, again, I'd really like to offer you some solace, Rich, that we end the programme on a high and that you go off singing and dancing and opening dandelion and burdock in the fridge to your heart's content. But I can only sadly see beating for Wakefield. They're at a point, I think, where the season end, whatever shape it looks at, cannot come soon enough. It doesn't appear from the outside, and I have no reason to know anything. It just doesn't appear to be a happy-ish camp. Whereas Wigan, I think, on the other hand, they're going on an upward spiral. And again, I think the teams that have got the Challenge Cup semi-final to build for will need to put down a marker. And I have a horrible feeling that this could be another Wigan win by 24 points or more. I say a horrible feeling. Obviously, on your behalf, I have no feelings one way or the other whether that's horrible or not. I mean, good luck to Wigan if that indeed is the case.
Rich, can you confirm that they've found some smaller
GPS boxes?
Yes.
Well, he's back, so I assume that's all sorted.
Right, so they're nice. Yeah, some small ones, some ones that feel nice when you put them on. Even with that, yeah, Wigan, I think they're in fine touch at the moment. They're looking confident. So many attacking threats with French and Hastings and Gildart, Power the hooker. Yeah, I think Wigan by, I'm going to say 22. Close game.
I'll go Wakefield because I do always. Wakefield by 4. David Fafita try.